And when Shakur starts creating distance and starts countering him, he can't get discouraged. When Conceicao finds success, he can't do what he did in the Valdez fight. He's got to stick to his game plan.
Golden opportunity for Conceicao. Shining moment for Stevenson here at home before he goes to the top-heavy, big-name 135-pound division. And when you mention what happened against Oscar Valdez, first 5 rounds he boxed beautifully, Dre. He counterpunched, did Conceicao. He jabbed well.
As long as they're telling you the right instructions, those were not the right instructions for Conceicao on that night.
Manages location as well as anybody in the sport.
Where and how this fight is going to be fought, Conceicao, believe it or not, does not just want to pressure Shakur. He actually wants to try to box with the boxer. That hasn't proven to be the right plan for anybody in his previous fights. And when you've already lost 8, 9, 10 pounds, yes, that last 2 pounds, that last pound and a half can seem like the end of the world. Your body can shut down sometimes. That's what happened with Stevenson.
Boy, that power hand just came in from Shakur Stevenson. That sharp, accurate, powerful left hand. See how much thicker he is in the torso, across the shoulders, the muscularity especially. Right hand to the body, a little fat. Or goes with a left to the belt line himself. Unable to turn over that right hand was the Brazilian.
That's the shot that Conceicao tried to land this whole first round. He has to come behind the jab. That's the best shot that he gives himself.
Coming to the end of round number 1, Stevenson Conceicao from Newark. Round number 2, Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward with you ringside. I asked Stevenson yesterday, he said, listen, I think he's going to be himself. Awkward, throw a lot of weird punches, maybe gas out by the 6th round.
Doesn't mean he won't land shots. Doesn't mean that he can't have good moments. But you have a fighter that had to work really hard to try to make a weight. To me, it makes sense to start at a fast pace.
Yes.
You can box in spots, but fighting would really benefit Conceicao early in this fight.
Especially when you hear the details of Stevenson describing how drained he was, how his body had nothing more to give, nothing more to sweat out at 131.6. What was your reaction to his apology? And
opinions, some may be justified, others won't, but he made a decision for his safety. He wanted to make sure he had enough for the fight tonight, and all you can do is be sincere and apologize, and he did just that.
And he did acknowledge, as you have to do, that it is part of the game. You sign and you're contracted for a weight, you have to make it.
And he was penalized. He paid the commissioner fee, and he paid Conceicao a fee as well.
Three-punch combination from Shakur, trying to punch between the punches that time. And now Conceicao does come in with the right hand before tying up.
Pose, and then try to shoot a big right hand to the body or the head of Shakur Stevenson.
Left hand to the body comes in. Left hand up top from Shakur. Right hand to the body from Conceicao.
Like to see Stevenson pick up his right jab a little bit more to pile up points, to get his range, and to keep Conceicao off balance and blinded from that left hand.
He's only made it 12% of his jabs to this point.
Paul with it, but shoot the jab as well.
There's the jab, doubles it up, goes back to it, able to get away from the right hand from the Brazilian.
It gives Conceicao something to go through before he thinks about throwing that looping right hand.
Able to use that foot movement to get out of the way.
Good right hand to the body from Conceicao. Yeah, both fighters are starting to connect just a little bit more. Stevenson connecting more than Conceicao, but Conceicao is dangerous, especially when he punches with Shakur. Like you see right there, Shakur throws and Conceicao throws. He has success when he does that. But Shakur coming behind the right jab, he has the most success when he lands that beautiful straight left hand. That is a natural punch for a southpaw.
By the way, there was a clash of heads in that round as well. When Shakur went back to the corner, you saw his grandfather and chief second Wally Moses turn to the referee, David Fields, and say there was a clash. There was a clash. There was a slight abrasion between the eyes of Shakur. Here's the clash of heads right there. And it was just enough that it got their attention in the corner.
Good straight left from Shakur. Conceicao tried to catch Shakur and did catch him in that sequence right there. Shakur's got to mind his defense for as long as Conceicao standing up, because he is dangerous. He's a guy that punches when you don't think he's going to punch, and Conceicao throws punches from angles you wouldn't expect him to throw from.
That is the awkwardness that Shakur described.
Fundamentals are essential.
Oh, good left uppercut in the midst of that exchange from Shakur Stevenson.
You let Conceicao make the mistake, and you have your legs under you and just shoot the shots. Nothing spectacular, just fundamentals.
And now the pace picks up here in round 3. And this is that awkwardness from Conceicao. Odd angles, hands down, surging in. Shakur smiling right in his face. Happy to be in that mid-range and close range. Nearly clipped him with the right hook. Went low with the left hand and gets the second warning from David Fields.
I think this pace picking up favors Stevenson, because Conceicao's only been 12 one time. And you can tell he was afraid to get tired in the Valdez fight, and I think that's why he took his foot off the gas. Stevenson knows that, because he mentioned as much. He needs to press the gas tank of Conceicao by keeping this fight at a high pace.
And that was a world title fight that Conceicao had great success boxing beautifully in the opening half of that fight. Nothing like the pace we're seeing here. The action intensifying in round 3. Comes back with a counter left hand, does Shakur. Now probing with that jab. We're going to split the guard. Instead goes underneath, under the elbows. Missed with the body shot. Crowd enjoying round 3 here in Newark. Stevenson, body shot. Joe, Dre, Bernardo, and Mark with you here in Newark, New Jersey. Round number 4. In that last round, Stevenson had a 19 connect advantage. Dre, was interesting to hear the corner of Stevenson as he came back to the stool. They said, just keep the jab going. Conceicao was hurt in that round. And then an interesting comment before he went off to go to this 4th round. He said, just don't get bored out there.
Don't get bored. Don't lose focus. We said that the whole night about how dangerous Conceicao is, particularly with the right hand. And they feel like they're breaking Conceicao down. I think it's the start of that, because Shakur landed some good body shots early on. He needs to stay down low, and he's landed some clean flush shots to the chin.
And Luis Dorea, who trains Robson Conceicao, told me, I want Robson to go to the body first, and that'll set up his headshots.
Fell in,
right there.
And it was a left hand that struck from Shakur.
When the boxer is looking like the fighter and is walking you down, you know you have trouble.
And that's what's happening here in round 4. And that's what's been happening more and more in the career of Stevenson as he grows into that man strength we've described. Yes, an elite boxer. Yes, wildly skilled. But showing that strength, that power, and a little bit of nasty as his career goes on.
Even though Stevenson cuffed him and that wasn't a knockdown, it takes a lot of effort for a fighter to get up from the canvas, especially in a tough fight like this. Stevenson should go down to the body even more right now, and they're starting to take a toll.
Just had a right hand there, clipped him with a right hook from that southpaw stance. Able to get away from that right hand from Conceicao. You can see his comfort with another right hook. Stevenson in control here in round 4. Dug underneath with a left hand to the body.
At the moment, that big right hand is the only answer that Conceicao has, and it is not effective because Shakur sees it coming from across the street.
And then he makes a decision to tie up. Shakur trying to get those hands free.
Conceicao takes that big step test before he throws that right hand. He's tipping Shakur off every time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Being ruled a knockdown. At the end of the 4th round, there was a left hand to the body from Shakur Stevenson. There was a delayed reaction from Robson Conceicao with just a second to go in the round. this was ruled a knockdown, Dre, and it was. There's the left hand.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the delayed reaction.
Oh, yeah.
But perhaps because you see the arms pushing down, many thought it wasn't. But that was a clean,
That was a knockdown.
hard left hand to the body that scores the knockdown with 1 second to go in round 4. Start of round 5 now.
Now look at Conceicao. He's got that right hand glued to his face because he doesn't want to give up that side of the body again.
You had just said Shakur Stevenson should go to the body more and more. He did there in that 4th round with 7 clean body punches, the final one scoring a knockdown.
Conceicao can't defend to the body, Tess. He doesn't know how. So you recognize that and you make him, Shakur knows he hurt you, to the body. He's going to keep going downstairs. 2 good body shots from Conceicao. 3 good body shots from Conceicao just now.
Tried to sweep with that right hand across as well.
Grandfather of Shakur Stevenson just told me, I asked him to step it up. I want him to use the jab to blind him, distract him, and then that'll set up the big power shots here.
See if he can put that jab out there. There's a left hand. Then he took an angle and went with the right hand to the body. Came back with the right hook. Left uppercut leads the way this time.
Good shot from Conceicao to answer.
It was mauling on the inside.
Conceicao's got to get himself together. You see him slowly mentally breaking down and slowly conceding. He can't do that. This is a second opportunity at a world championship. Who knows when he'll get another shot? He's got to get it done tonight.
Very different circumstances and a very different look to the first 5 rounds than when he fought Oscar Valdez.
And it's only the 5th round.
Trading body punches and then a clipping right hand. Another left hand to the body. Coming back with the right hook. Head movement by Conceicao saves the day for him. Stevenson stepping to him. Conceicao trying to return fire. Good left hand to the body again.
Yes.
Digging in, sitting down on it that time.
I think he should keep liking it because it's doing damage. He's doing exactly what he wants it to do, which is drain and discourage Conceicao. Good shot from Conceicao. He's always dangerous.
Well, that right hand sitting there. Highest grossing boxing event in the history of this arena. And of course, it's because their hometown hero is back. Shakur Stevenson returning after winning world championships in 2 divisions. Dre, you said point to the body punches. Well, look at them there. 30 of 80. And one of them scoring a knockdown in the final second of round number 4 for Shakur.
Stevenson doesn't have to land 10 body shots in round. He's land 4 or 5 good, well-placed shots, and that'll do the job. But Conceicao's also landed a few good body shots, the right hand to the solar plex of Shakur Stevenson.
Now willing to fire off that power hand, that right hand from that wide stance. Lunges forward with it. Stevenson now with his opponent against the ropes. You know he's going to go to the body there.
Stevenson told us, he said Conceicao fades in the second half of the fight. That's no secret. His opponent, Stevenson, is well aware.
He specifically mentioned the 6th round when we sat with him yesterday.
Well, that's when a championship fight really starts, in that second half. That 6th, 7th round. The first phase for Shakur Stevenson tonight was to frustrate, discourage.
It's the second time. All right, you do it again, you lose your point. Let's go.
Stern warning from Fields.
Yeah. The second phase is to get Conceicao to stop believing he can win and to just try to land one big shot. I don't think Conceicao has a game plan anymore. I think he's trying to land one big shot.
Left hand lands flush.
It's a mean shot.
Opened up, got tagged again there. And now here comes Stevenson.
He protects himself down low. Boom!
Oh, big left hand up top.
Shot lands up top.
Put it all in the bag to the body, and now he's going head hunting here in round 6.
Can't defend both the head and the body at the same time.
Stevenson stepping to him. Conceicao clearly affected. Big round for Shakur. Bud Crawford is loving it. The undefeated welterweight champion.
Shakur has been heating up, and he's landing shots like this at will. You see Shakur look like he's going to go down low. Conceicao tries to protect that side of the body, and then the big shot up top lands time and time again. And all that is set up by these shots right there. That's a borderline shot. That's probably a low shot right there. And that's also a borderline shot. That's a clean body shot from Shakur Stevenson. And Conceicao has not found a way to defend against the straight left hand of Shakur and the looping left hand of Shakur. But he better figure it out soon.
Round number 7. Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward with you ringside here. Bernardo Osuna, where this crowd has been anticipating the return, and they're getting exactly what they want. Shakur Stevenson in control.
Watch your foot, man. Watch your foot.
In that last round, he landed a fight-high 18 power punches, 23 total punches.
Now's the time to answer if you're Conceicao. He needs to find something, and find something fast to
What
get
is
him
it,
back
Drake?
in this fight.
What does he have to find?
He's got to land some shots, which is not an easy task. But sitting there and receiving all of Shakur's punches is not the answer either. He's got to bet on himself. He's got to believe in himself. He's got to let his shots go and try to punch with Shakur. He's getting hit anyway.
Robson Conceicao to this point is at 13% of his total punches landed. That's it.
Conceicao's legs don't look good. He's all over the place.
And now he's down on the canvas. That is a slip.
Mentally fatigued because you can't do what you train to do. You think he's there and you miss. You get countered. You're discouraged. Then you get hurt. It's a whole lot going on in the mind of Conceicao.
And now a high guard that's being split by left hands. And a sharp left hand comes in again from Shakur.
And then you get surprised because you say he wasn't supposed to be able to punch. And then you get hurt.
Keep in mind, this is a 3-time Olympian, the Brazilian, a gold medalist who has fought for a world title and was ahead on the scorecards. Stevenson cutting off the ring, now probing with that jab. Watch for the left hand to split the guard. Goes to the body with it instead.
The commissioner just asked the doctor to bring in translator Arval Gomez to the corner to check on Robson Conceicao when the bell rings.
He is being beaten down and breaking down. End of 7. Another dominant round for Shakur Stevenson.
Okay? Okay. Look at me. You feeling dizzy? Está bien. Okay.
8th round. Stevenson parries that left hand, comes back with one of his own.
Stevenson is looking for a knockout shot test. Started this round fast. Conceicao still throwing, still dangerous. But sometimes in order to stop a fighter, you got to be in that danger zone. Be willing to stay there and get your shots off. And I think that's where Stevenson is at right now. Though he shouldn't stand there and take those shots.
If a knockout shot comes, what do you expect it'll be, Drake?
The left hand, either to the body or to the head. That whole right side of Conceicao has been getting abused by Stevenson.
It really has. And it started with the body work that then led to the head. He goes to the body again. Conceicao, 3-punch combination.
Still
Stevenson
throwing
with the head movement.
Conceicao still throwing.
As he should be.
And he's landing.
Remember, he didn't have to take this fight. He could have cashed out. He could have said, listen, you didn't make weight. I'll fight for a vacant belt, and I'll take my purse. Right hand from Conceicao.
Good right hand. Two good right hands.
Finds a moment of confidence, Dre.
Let him go, let him go. Let him go, let him go. Come on, man.
That was awkward. Came in, got off balance, spun himself around.
Better
left hand straight low.
Test.
Let him go, let him go. Come on, stop, stop.
I think that's the shot that Shakur wants down low. Not even the looping left hand, but the straight left to the body. It's hard to defend. It's got a lot of power on it and leverage.
Scored a knockdown with that left hand to the body in the final second of round 4.
Conceicao showing the heart of a champion because he's taking a lot of punishment. Could have checked out in that last round when the doctor came and checked on him and he didn't take the bait.
Just took a short left hand there. Shakur with a 143 to 44 connect advantage. That tells a big story as well. The body punches landed. 57th by Stevenson.
Stevenson tried to press Conceicao the last 2 rounds. Wasn't able to get him out of there. He's got to make another adjustment and find a way to get in that house because Conceicao is not making it easy. And I will remind you, he's still dangerous.
Just off balance after that right hand. Showed some hope with the right hands in the last round, did the Brazilian.
Shakur's throwing a lot of power on every one of those shots. It's a good time to change up the tempo. Pop, 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 pow. Then get a big shot in there because Conceicao can compute those shots and even block some of those shots because he knows at what velocity they're coming at. He knows how to protect himself in that ring. And when something's not working, you got to make the adjustment.
Now Shakur returns. See how Fields addresses this. 1 point deduction for the hip toss.
1 point from him throwing him down. 1 point from him throwing down. Yo, don't do that no more, man. All right? Don't do that no more. You ain't got to do that, brother. Yo, you ready? You okay? Let's go. Let's go, man.
If Conceicao had just a little bit more variation with his approach, he would have some more success with that right hand, but he keeps coming the same way. He does land it occasionally, but he could have more success if he changed up his tempo and his cadence.
Come to the end of round number 9, a round that included the first point deduction in the career of Shakur Stevenson. Through Conceicao, down earlier in this round. His low total going back to the first round, which was just to feel him out. Round number 10, scheduled for 12. Conceicao well behind on the scorecards, although Shakur was just deducted a point in that last round for tossing Conceicao to the canvas.
I want to see if Stevenson can find a way to get Conceicao out of there.
Had the sense that could have happened a few rounds ago. There was a doctor's visit at the end of 7. 6th round, he landed 18 power punches. End of the 4th, he scored a knockdown with a body shot.
Shakur is content with walking Conceicao down, and I think he needs to come with a different game plan. He needs to pick up his rhythm, similar to what Bo Mack told Keyshawn Davis. Change it up, the big shot will come. Come alive with the feints. Show some different looks and sneak the big shot in. Don't let it be predictable. Good right hand from Conceicao. Good answer from Shakur.
With the left hand. That was a straighter right hand. And again he tosses him. Remember, there was a point deduction moments ago.
Don't do that no more, man. You understand? Don't do it on the floor. Ain't no excuse to throw him on the floor, man. Let's go.
You see the frustration building. But when we met with Stevenson yesterday, he discussed how he wants to reach a new level of greatness, how he wants to please this crowd, how he wants to lock in and get to the next level with a performance tonight. He has 6 minutes to do that.
Yeah, he's on his way. I think he needs to close this 6 minutes out strong, and I think he can. But Conceicao doesn't always get the memo. It's going to be awkward, and he's going to remain dangerous. Oh, good shot right there. It's those kind of shots that can help him to do it. That counter left uppercut. It's landed twice in this round.
Doubles up the left hand.
Conceicao hasn't thrown very many punches because he's still recovering from that left uppercut from Stevenson.
You can see it in him, that hesitation.
He's not thrown.
Nope, he isn't.
He's hoping that Shakur doesn't.
Oh, there's that left uppercut.
That shot also hurt Conceicao.
Viper strike it was. Stevenson locked in here halfway through round 11. Goes underneath with the left hand, right to the midsection. Off balance. See how Stevenson approaches it here. Final minute of round 11. Goes back to the body. Right hook. Crowd anticipating Stevenson inching closer to Conceicao's a left hand. Another left hand to the body. See angle to the right. Conceicao being completely outgunned here in this 11th round. Sweeping right hook.
Look at the distance between their feet. He does distance as well as anybody, probably better.
And distance pays in this game. But we've seen a different Shakur Stevenson, to Mark's point, about being combative. What he did to Jamel Herring back in October of 21 when he won the WBO junior lightweight title. That 10th round TKO.
That distance and range that we talk about, it all starts with the legs. And Conceicao was supposed to throw more punches than Shakur and be more busier. That's been cut down because he can't get what he wants to get. And when he reaches too far, he gets countered.
Nearly got clipped with a counter left hand there. But he has been taken to the body, hasn't he? 69 body shots have landed from Shakur Stevenson. You suggested about 5 rounds ago to switch it up, to take a different approach, and perhaps it comes.
So championship boxing is about ebbs and flows and adjustments until you find the one that works for you.
This doesn't surprise you that we're 50 seconds away from having a distance fight, even as one-sided as it's been with Stevenson in complete control.
No, he got close, Stevenson, but Conceicao's crafty, and he's tough. You stop Conceicao, you got to earn it.
Wipe off those gloves, get through this last half minute. The 135-pound division will await Shakur Stevenson. Names like Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, and so many more. And what a ride it's going to be with super fights to come. And perhaps another return here at home.
Lynne Carter has the bout 117-109. John Signorile has the bout 118-108. And Steve Weisfeld has the bout 117-109 for your winner by unanimous decision, Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur Stevenson, welcome home. Unanimous decision win. Keep in mind when you hear those scores, there was a point deduction.